Ever seen someone win an interview without even raising their voice? Emma Watson does it with calm answers, tiny smiles, and timing that makes interviewers regret the question.
In this one, she kind of kicks his ass.
I'm sure after like 5 times of kissing it, or just dinner.
Hey guys, how sick is Chan's bod? I heard he only eats organic. Do you like how I look?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Model and the action figure, do you have all of those things at home?
No. For the first time, because my God, it's such a.
Are you seeing anyone? Do you have a boyfriend?
I do actually, yes. I do.
And that's where they start to really fall actress now, which, you know, at 17 is amazing, really.
I'm a firm believer in karma.
She is polite, she is calm, she even smiles through it. But when a question gets awkward, lazy, or a little too bold, Emma has a way of making the whole room shift.
When at 14, I started to be sexualized by certain elements of the
Secret about Santa, you know.
No.
I won't tell you. I won't spoil it.
I'm afraid it would be too disagreeable for you.
Let's see the show.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
Hermione, no.
There are much worse things happening around the world than being recognised.
They didn't heat the water for you, did they?
Actually have the career and the life that looks like the dream. But are you?
But it just felt like incest. That's the only way.
Get ready, because these are the moments where Emma smiles softly, answers once, and somehow makes the interviewer look like they walked into their own trap.
You kind of annoyed with me?
This one starts in dangerous territory. A red carpet slip gets turned into late-night bait, and most stars would tense up right away. But she does the opposite. She stays soft, quick, and somehow makes the awkward part belong to him.
Tell us what's going on here, Emma. Whoa.
This was a small wardrobe malfunction. At least I'm wearing underwear.
Yeah. Constantly trying to raise money, not to soak support.
You know what, it's England. If we did that with everything, then I think...
It rains quite a lot there, doesn't
yeah.
it? And tell us
We
what's
wouldn't
going
get
on here,
anything
Emma. Whoa.
This was a small wardrobe malfunction that happened. I don't actually remember when this happened. At least I'm wearing underwear.
Yeah.
She is young, facing a late-night giant, and still never looks trapped. The joke lands, the room flips, and suddenly the host is the one chasing her timing, trying to catch up fast.
College.
Because a lot of actresses think to themselves, okay, I don't really need college right now. I'm a successful film actress. I can postpone it, but you are going to go to college, right?
Yes.
Are you going to go to college at home or in the United States?
I'm coming to the States, actually. I'm doing a liberal arts degree.
Liberal arts degree?
And I'll hopefully focus on the humanities.
Liberal arts is like English and philosophy and geography and what else is there?
Well, a liberal arts degree, I think, means that you you choose like a major, you choose like a concentration, and do you live in the States?
Part 1 and 7 Part 2.
Mm-hmm. Are you still enjoying the project as an actress?
No, I hate it. I'm still...
It opens soon, July 15th. Can you describe for us what we're going to see, Emma?
Well, I don't know. You tricked me last year. I'm not sure that I want to introduce the clip.
Oh, come on. And I feel horrible.
You should.
That slip-up should have been the trap, but she walked out with the laugh. The next host learned fast that her quiet timing could make even a silly cast story feel dangerous, too.
So 10, 11?
Is it strange for you because these movies are ubiquitous, you see them on television all the time, and do you ever come across yourself in that first film, and how does that feel?
Quite horrible.
Yeah.
This is where her timing starts doing real damage. The room feels playful. The question sounds harmless, And still she finds a way to make the answer feel just a little sharper than expected.
I see a lot of that. I guess I just used to have such chubby cheeks and such like a high voice and the big hair and yeah.
You're describing me perfectly, actually. But that's how I think people don't generally like to look at themselves at that age. I mean, everyone else thinks that you're a really cute kid in those films, but that's not how you perceive it, right?
I mean, it's kind of hard to explain how that feels, but I guess I don't know if you hear your voice if you ever hear your voice taped on an answer phone machine, you're like, oh, it's horrible. People can't listen. It's exactly like that, but like 20 times worse.
Yeah. Although your voice is very beautiful, mine is very grating.
Fame sounds fun until the weird merchandise comes up. You can tell she has seen things no teenager should have to explain with a straight face on television.
What's the strangest thing that you've seen your face, associated with? What's the strangest product?
God, it's really hard. There is so much Harry Potter merchandise.
Yeah.
I was in Waitrose the other day and I came across Hermione's Magic Muffins, which I was like, wow, that's a new one.
What is it? It's a muffin mix?
Yeah, exactly. It's a muffin mix. You don't have to buy any of the ingredients. It's all in there, and you kind of get these little stickers with my head on them, and you kind of put them on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yourself? Are you a good cook?
I'm an awful cook. I will be completely honest. No, I would never ever do that. That would be seriously strange.
Yes. I know there were action figures as well. Does your brother or any of your siblings ever, get the action figure? That would be very strange.
That would be seriously creepy. I don't think I would let them have it. I think that's so no, that would be really weird.
The royal story could have sounded massive. Meeting the queen, royal rules, all of it. But she tells it like a weird little school memory, and that makes it hit harder. She does not oversell. She lets the calmness do the work.
Well, met her, did you have to take etiquette lessons and learn how to meet the queen? I would think there are a lot of rules, right?
Well, this is the funny thing. By the time I'd had all the sort of etiquette of how I was meant to meet her, and I could only say this and I couldn't say that, to be honest, I was kind of glad in the end that I didn't actually meet her in the end. Because, apparently, you can only address her as Your Majesty, and you can't speak to her unless she speaks to you. And there's kind of this little bow you have to do, and all of this stuff that I was like, okay. And I was so nervous about it. I was kind of like, actually, you know what? I'll just look at her or just sit behind her. That's good enough for me, Right,
because you're so...
I hope she enjoyed the show that we put together. She didn't really, not that much facial expression going on. She was quite kind of like this. So I was like, is she enjoying it?
She is the queen.
Oh
She's not going to, raise the roof.
No, I think it was like,
Ow, churn the butter! High fives for you. So distinguished and,
it's awful. When I come to America, I always feel I hate my English accent because it sounds so kind of like, I don't know, pretentious.
And when money comes up, she still refuses to flex. One Rupert detail lands, the room gets it, and suddenly the richest sounding answer is the strangest one right there too.
Now, of course, you and Daniel and Rupert, you're the three main, characters that we've been following throughout these different films. Have the three of you, and I don't want it to be a crass question, but you've been making some money over the years. Have any of you gone a little mad and bought yourself something crazy, or just to treat yourself?
I can't compete with this. Rupert bought an ice cream truck. You have to have seen the last film, and you have to know that Ron was a complete idiot, to be fair. He didn't invite her to the ball, and then he made a really big deal about her going with someone else, and he completely ruined her evening, and she ended up crying up on the steps, and then he never apologized, and basically was just, So in this one, she kind of kicks his ass.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is in theaters right now. Really a pleasure chatting with you. Yeah, we hope to see you soon.
That was the trio era magic. Everyone brought chaos, but she brought the look that made every strange detail hit harder. Then the receipts came out, and nobody was safe anymore.
What issues?
I would ruin takes. Chris would be like, cut, Emma, you're doing it again.
This one is scary, because old footage never lies. The host pulls out a childhood habit from set, and there is nowhere to hide. But she laughs with it so fast, the embarrassment loses its power.
I'm still laughing at you getting hit with that snowball. I mean, unusually forceful, I would say.
I know, very unusually forceful. Actually, on the day, the guy he kept missing me. Like, I would stand there, I'd be like trying to catch the snowball. We did it like 1,000 times.
Oh, so you really got hit in the face with a snowball?
I really got hit in the face with a snowball. That's being an actor. You have to like...
What good is CGI if you have to get hit in the face by a snowball?
I mean, it wasn't as big as the
No,
one in
yeah,
the clip,
that was a big snowball.
But yeah, I saw...
The fairy tale looked soft on screen, but behind the scenes, it was way less dreamy. Cold takes, real hits, and suddenly, that magical movie moment sounds more like survival with a pretty dress.
Still laughing at you getting hit with that snowball. I mean, unusually forceful, I would say.
I know, very unusually forceful. Actually, on the day, the guy he kept missing me. Like, I would stand there, I'd be like trying to catch the snowball. We did it like 1,000 times.
Oh, so you really got hit in the face with a snowball?
I really got hit in the face with a snowball. That's being an actor. You have to like...
What good is CGI if you have to get hit in the face by a snowball?
I mean, it wasn't as big as the
No,
one in
yeah,
the clip,
that was a big snowball.
But yeah, I still got smashed in the face with some snow.
They really suffered for this film.
I know.
How are you doing? You had the big premiere. We saw the whole street was shut down outside.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, huh? It was a big one.
It was huge. We like shut down a big portion of it's Hollywood Boulevard, right?
Yes, Hollywood Boulevard.
And then Celine Dion arrives.
Oh yeah, I have
and I'm
a
like, I'm
picture of
holding my
that.
publicist like, this is almost too much for me.
Celine
Like,
Dion was indeed. This is your first time meeting Celine?
you have to understand, like, my parents they don't really understand like celebrities or Hollywood or whatever else. But my mom and I used to play Celine Dion in the car, like, non-stop.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, being able to tell her that I met her, I was like, she's gonna lose.
You, when you were watching this movie and wishing you too could one day play a hooker? At what age is that happening?
All I'm gonna say is it was too young. But I felt great about it. And
That childhood footage could have buried her, but she made the cringe look cute. So when we jump back even earlier, the same sharp little spark is already there, quietly taking control again.
Not a chance I actually had, so... But, I got it, so it's good.
This older interview proves she had the rhythm early. The questions come at her, but she never looks lost. She answers just enough, smiles just enough, and keeps the room leaning in.
Well, I have another year of school left, and then...
Really? You're still in school?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Are you a good student?
I try to be at uni,
Yeah.
so...
So there will be one more and that'll be the last, is that what you're saying?
No, there's two more.
Two more, and then
Yeah.
that'll be the last.
Yeah.
And in the last one, everybody gets killed?
Well, I hope not.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that really would be
Yeah, it'd be too bad.
very depressing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think...
Be a bummer.
I think quite, the kind of millions and millions of fans all over the globe might be slightly disappointed by that. Definitely, kind of hoping for like, a redemption and a really like...
The pressure was already massive, but she never handed over the wheel. She gave charm without shrinking, smiles without surrender, and just enough confidence to make any host realize he was not leading this conversation anymore, not even close tonight.
With my friends.
When you were a kid, what sort of things did you like? We knew that Diddy spent his summers with the Amish.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It seems unlikely, but that's what he did.
Yeah, okay.
How did you spend your summers as a kid?
Gosh, well, I live in Oxfordshire, and I guess just kind of in the parks and kind of... actually, have you heard of punting? Kind of like... It's kind of like a flat-bottomed boat, really long. You stand at one end with it with a pole and you kind of punt along. No, well, obviously you haven't, but it's really good fun, and that was kind of... I still do that now, actually. That's not just like when I was a kid. Yeah.
Here we do that on 4th and Long.
Really bad, and and also there's swans, and they kind of attack you as well.
Swans?
Yeah.
Oh my God, swans!
Yeah.
You didn't tell me there would be swans.
I'm not really selling the experience to you.
Exciting. Wow. All I can say is wow.
That wasn't what they...
That early confidence explains why the post-Potter questions never swallowed her. The world wanted a grown-up reveal. She gave them wit instead of a speech every time.
she's just such a three-dimensional girl. Like, so often women kind of like fall into...
This is the era where everyone wanted to know what came after Hermione, but instead of giving a serious reinvention speech, she keeps it relaxed, funny, and just sharp enough to make the loser talk land.
Believing in herself, and then she finds this guy called Charlie who just unconditionally loves her and has no judgment for her, and stops her dating this douchey guy called Craig who's just so awful. And
every girl dates Craig at least once.
Right?
Every
Did
girl.
You I was about to say, did you have a Craig in your life?
I mean, I never talk about my dating experience. I try not to talk about my dating experience, but I have to confess that there's been one or two Craigs
There's a
around.
Craig-ish.
Craig-ish.
Yes.
I like that in the film. And your cast members were all telling me, because they're around the same age as you, so they grew up on Harry Potter movies and you grew up on the books. How much did they geek out with you? Did they let you know?
Until they got to know me, they kept it own. And then like 4 weeks into shooting, they were just like, you know, I'm like a crazy Harry Potter fan, don't you? And I was like, really? And then all of them, and then Nina sends me her dressed up for Halloween, and it's her as Hermione under the invisibility cloak, like the full thing, and I'm like, wow.
Still waiting for my Hogwarts letter to arrive. Any day now.
Now, being in a movie with Hermione might help.
I might be able to, maybe she'll put a...
Once dating talk enters the room, the energy shifts. She is not trying to look cool, and that makes the next late-night confession land harder, because the joke sneaks up before anyone can dodge it on camera either.
Our show, is it all flushing back to you?
The trauma, the post-traumatic stress of my last performance on the Jimmy Fallon show.
This is the kind of confession most celebrities would take to the grave, but she says it right there, to his face, and somehow makes the host become the punchline on his own stage.
And you came out, and you sat just the way you're sitting, very nice, and we were talking, and I just gave you a compliment, and then you said, before you even continue.
Before we even start the interview, I just dove straight in there with, I love that Halloween candy thing that you do.
And I said...
And there was just silence.
I said, the Halloween candy thing, is that right?
And you were like, the candy corn thing?
Yeah, I thought
it's... No.
You go, when you get kids, you trick them, and I go, that's Jimmy Kimmel.
And I died.
You died,
inside.
turned bright red.
I died inside. I was like...
Even the princess training story gets a little bite. It is supposed to sound elegant, but with her telling it, the whole thing feels strange, strict, and secretly funny.
I did princess boot camp for 3 months.
That sounds like fun.
It was fun. I got to ride a horse, I got to learn to waltz, and then I had singing lessons, and then rehearsals. So it was like, yeah.
So
it
now,
was cool.
could you ever waltz now or ballroom now if you?
I mean, I could like stumble my way through something reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll do a ballroom dance.
Okay,
All right,
great.
yeah.
Doing
At all times.
24 hours a
You
day.
have no privacy.
No privacy.
And you realize how evil this company is.
She can roast herself, embarrass the host, and still look innocent. But beside her old co-stars, the teasing becomes faster, looser, and much more dangerous to survive.
Maybe Lord Voldemort.
This one works because it feels less like a press stop, and more like 3 friends realizing their childhood was not normal. Nobody is fully steering it, which makes every little reaction feel better.
They're always really nice, and
I don't think we really knew we were going to be famous when we first started doing. I didn't think it when we were auditioning, it really occurred to us as like a kind of like, this is what fame will be like. Or
We just wanted to do the films at that stage. We weren't even thinking that far ahead.
No,
In that
I don't think we had any idea.
No, I still don't think very far ahead.
what is the most outrageous rumour you've heard about yourself?
There haven't really been that many outrageous rumours about me. I guess just like every week I'm attending a different school, or I'm like there was like rugby, Marlborough, or like Bedales, like literally 5 or 6 different schools which I've never even set foot in, so that was quite amusing. And also like loads of different films that I'm apparently in,
going to be in,
which again I've never heard of. Apart from that, it's pretty much been, I keep getting called Emily Watson, which is quite annoying. I mean, they're still doing that 5 years on. Like, Emily Watson at the Harry Potter premiere last night. I'm like, no.
The teasing feels effortless here, like nobody is performing. She does not chase the spotlight, but one look, one tiny jab, and she cuts through the boys' chaos. That is why the chemistry feels real, messy, and impossible to fake on that trio. Energy proved she could handle friendly chaos. But once the couch got softer and the questions got personal, her calm answers started cutting cleaner again.
To go to the party now, I was like, oh, I just kind of just want to stay here. So I just ate pizza and fell asleep, and it was. No, I mean, I guess not really. I mean, I was 9, so
That's when you start writing.
That's when you really start writing, and it just makes my day better. So,
Yeah.
So
It's one of my favorite things.
Now the subject gets personal, but she does not tighten up. Daytime TV asks a dating question, and she turns it into a funny little clash between two countries without sounding bitter for 1 second.
So you're dating. I assume you're dating. I don't know if you're in a relationship, but there's got to be a difference between English guys and American guys, right?
Yeah, there's definitely 1 or 2 differences that I've noticed. English guys are like very well put together, and they dress really well, and they're like very well mannered.
The best part is how detailed she gets. She makes British dating sound like a secret test nobody explains, while American dating hits her like somebody skipped all the confusing steps.
Trained, like usually, in the whole courting situation, I'm used to being like, first of all, ignored for like the first 2 months of the ritual, and then maybe they'll acknowledge my presence, and then they'll probably be a little mean to me, and then maybe whatever. And then I arrive in America, and I remember like a few nights into Brown, this guy just being like, I like you, you're great, let's go out on a date, let's do it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what just happened? A huge culture shock for me is that, they're very like open and very straightforward, but they wear flip-flops, so I don't know if I like that. You gotta figure it out.
In a separate Ellen interview, the mood softens for a second, and Emma gets pulled into memory lane mode, back to younger Potter days, when fame was still fresh, and the stories already had bite.
10 or 11? 10?
Do you remember what you wore?
Oh no.
Do you want to see?
I don't know if I do. Oh wow.
Do you remember wearing that?
This was special. You know what, I do, because this was my first ever movie premiere, and my mom and I planned this for weeks. It doesn't look like it, but there was
And then it's it's just looking at it now. It played that character.
Oh my God. If you had told me when I was 5, which is probably around the age that I was watching it on repeat, that I would one day get to be Belle, or I get to play Belle from Beauty and the Beast, I don't know what I would have done. A, I wouldn't have believed you, and B, I would have, in like 2 minutes, I was like, oh my God. I was fine, and now I feel so unfine. So thanks, Joseph, for that.
And it's a big epic film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Couple of animals.
1 or 2. Yeah.
Lots of water.
The end of the world.
Yeah. Uplifting. Yes. Yeah. I think you'll like it.
Unless you don't like it.
I think you'll.
That is amazing. Okay.
All
This will be good for the real thing.
Yeah. And you won't stand out. That's the good thing.
Dating talk was supposed to make her blush. It did not. After that memory lane beat, another host pushed into boys, auditions, and the Potter Moment fans romanticized too hard.
All over type thing. My dream is over. And to make matters worse, she was playing cards with another Harry. I was like, oh my God, they're making friends already. I'm definitely not.
This starts with the audition story, and suddenly, the whole Hermione role feels fragile. One different choice, and an entire generation's favorite girl could have looked completely different.
So badly.
And were they seeing other potential Hermiones, or were you the only one?
Actually, they were. They were. I remember being devastated coming into the studio and seeing another little girl who had actually been in films before. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to get it. She's had just in some pieces.
I know who you talk about, and that Dame Judi Dench is a bitch. She can play young as well, she can do the young parts.
Probably. My 9-year-old self was like, yeah.
To do more of, or did you sort of see your contemporaries do that you couldn't join in with?
Just, if you're working really long hours, maybe you can't make, I don't know, someone's birthday party or a sleepover or something that you know, but just I never felt like I was missing out because I was gaining.
Then the questions slide into boys, and that could get awkward fast. But she never looks boxed in. She keeps it light, answers clean, and flips the pressure into something she can play with, like the trap was never hers.
And fun.
How do boys deal with you when they see you out and about now? And if you're in a club or in a party or something, guys are going to want to talk to you, I guess. But they know who you are, or they think they know who you are. They know who Hermione is. Do they use that as a kind of way of trying to start a conversation with you?
It's amazing how many. I don't think you can even call them chat-up lines you can get out of broomsticks and wands and.
Well, it would be amazing because none of the rest of us have ever heard one.
Actually, the other thing they do is they come up and they think. Tragically, they think they're really original and really funny, and that I never will have heard this before. They come up and go, "Oh, you're the girl from Narnia, aren't you?" Obviously, they know that I'm not, but they think that it's funny because whatever. I don't really know why they think it's funny. It's not actually that funny. But it's like, it's the 10th time I've heard that, or maybe it was Lord of the Rings that some other guy 2 minutes ago did. But
I like the fact that obviously the guys they do the gang. You're going there like that. Yeah, you're the girl from Narnia, innit? Is there anyone in your life at the moment? Are you seeing anyone? Do you have a boyfriend?
I do actually, yes. I do.
Fair enough.
The famous kiss sounds romantic to fans, but her version kills the fantasy instantly. She makes it feel less like a movie moment and more like an awkward family problem.
So there's going to be kind of romantic scenes, kissing scenes and so on and so forth between you and Rupert, who you've grown up with and you've known, and presumably there isn't that actual. He's not your boyfriend, is he?
No.
Hear those scenes yet?
Actually, we did the kiss two weeks ago, and it was the most horrible thing I've had to do. Not because Rupert isn't lovely, and there are millions of girls out there who would probably chop their left arm off to kiss him, but. It just felt like incest. That's the only way I can describe it. But no,
because
the worst bit is when we had to open our eyes and look at each other, because then it was just like, and then we couldn't keep going. But no, we did it in the end. 6 takes, not bad.
The fantasy gets flattened in seconds. That is the Emma effect. She takes huge fan moments and makes them sound painfully normal. Next, she barely needs words, because reality does the damage first.
It's very nice.
It feels like every story has that sort of damsel in distress moment when the guy has to go and save the girl. So
This moment is gold because it is not polished at all. Everything is calm. Then real life barges in. Instead of hiding behind celebrity mode, she reacts like anyone would.
And I think that was what was so eerie in a way. It's so stunning, but then all these really dark things sort of happened. So it's sort of a weird contrast. That is so embarrassing. That is my phone. That's Tina Turner.
That's ultimate respect. I think that's probably the best ringtone I've ever heard.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad that I'm forgiven because it's Tina Turner.
It's all right.
Otherwise, that would have been terrible.
And when the conversation gets softer, she gets even more relatable. She admits the big red carpet moments still hit her body with nerves, which makes all that fame feel less perfect.
Amazing.
You've been on the red carpet since you were 11 years old.
Yes.
Do you enjoy the red carpet, or can it sometimes be quite an ordeal, actually?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, I've obviously been doing it since I was 10 years old, and I've been doing it for a long time, but it doesn't ever not feel terrifying. And it's just the level of energy and adrenaline and the amount of people, and it's just a lot of attention concentrated go up, and you're just having nightmares that you're going to fall flat on your face. So no, that's an intimidating.
That is the switch. 1 second polished, the next totally caught. But before she mastered that balance, Kid Emma was already stealing rooms by accident on camera.
So, first of all, wow, what a difference a year makes. How has this changed you?
Changed me? I hope it hasn't changed me.
The model and the action figure, do you have all of those things
serious?
at home?
No way.
No?
They don't look anything like me. They're a disgrace.
How do you really feel about that?
This is pure baby star chaos. The interview is supposed to stay on track, but one name sends her straight into fan mode, and suddenly, the reporter is just furniture in the room.
Last year at the premiere in London. You told me the one person you wanted to meet was Brad Pitt because of this whole huge, mega success. Have you gotten to meet him?
No, not yet. But there is a chance he might be at the LA premiere. But if he is there, I will just be so cringing. If he's heard any of my interviews, he'll probably be like...
What makes it funnier now is that the power was already there. She was not trying to steal the room. She was just excited, completely unfiltered, and somehow everyone followed her lead before she even knew she had one yet.
Is it difficult, though, when you have a lot of people recognizing you now?
Yeah, there are much worse things happening around the world than being recognized, and it's just really flattering, really.
What's happened since people haven't really known you and you've become so much more famous?
Did I mention the action figure of me? No. Okay, well there you go. That's pretty mad. Yeah, before the film, if someone had said to me, people are going to be asking for your autographs, I would be, yeah, right.
One.
Yes.
So much
better.
What piece of the movie do you want to keep for yourself, for Emma? What prop or costume or...
My wand's pretty cool. I designed it.
Really?
Yes. On the first film, I had a choice of all these wands, and I picked that one.
That's cool. So you want your wand.
On the first film, like on the chess set, one of those pieces, I took one of them home with me.
Did ya?
Yes. It's really cool.
Where is it?
It's in my bedroom.
That spark did not disappear. It got sharper. But the next host ran into something no one can steer. A laughing fit that wrecks the room fast and leaves everyone completely stuck there.
Okay, I've got 4 minutes. Okay.
This starts sweet enough. She is talking about the role and the excitement around it. Nothing feels dangerous yet, which is exactly why the sudden collapse into laughter hits harder.
I was told that I wasn't allowed to tell my friends that I had the role, and I had to kind of keep it quiet, and that was basically impossible for me because I was desperate to tell everyone I knew. But yeah, so no, it was something I wanted to talk about a lot before I started.
Once the laughing starts, professionalism loses the fight. She tries to pull herself back together, but every attempt only makes it worse, while the host has no choice but to wait.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you have been filming now for 10 years.
Yes, I have been filming now for 10 years. It feels longer than that. I think it's even maybe 11 now. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Can I stop for just 2 seconds? Get together.
Good.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, okay, wait.
The funniest part is that she still has manners mid-meltdown. She knows the take is falling apart, but still tries to save it, which makes the chaos even more ridiculous to watch.
Definitely keep in touch, definitely.
So will you keep meeting them as friends, or...?
Okay, sorry, keep going. Will I keep meeting them as friends?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. They, sorry, do you want to ask the question again? Because I'm...
Well, from the movie.
My favourite spell. There's a spell that I'm fond of, which is Wingardium Leviosa, just because it was the first thing I said in that first film. But I don't know, there are some pretty cool ones. I quite like to do a stunning jinx. If anyone recognised me, I could just do that spell and they'd just be frozen for a while I...
That was not a takedown. That was chaos with manners. But the final interviewer walked into something worse. A performance so good it looked real for seconds.
Definitely a bit.
It's a bit chilly.
Nerve-wracking. I think I probably was a bit judgmental at the beginning. I definitely had my qualms about Nikki, but I think
this final one is dangerous because she turns a tiny joke into a full performance. The interviewer thinks he is teasing her. Then suddenly the energy shifts, and everyone has to wonder if he went too far.
Twitter's kind of different, anyway, because you choose to put your information on Twitter.
Yeah.
You choose to put yourself, understandable. But you also follow Official Santa.
Yeah?
What the hell is that about?
Christmas is very exciting.
It's May!
I know, but
He's not doing
I started
anything.
following him before Christmas. He gave me a countdown. It was amazing. I mean, it's just fun.
Okay.
And I love Santa Claus.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but you do know about Santa, right? You do know that might not be him on Twitter. That might be... You know the secret about Santa. You know.
No.
I won't tell you. I won't spoil it for you. But, you know,
saying he's
maybe
not-
ask
it's not real?
maybe ask Luke.
It's really upsetting me.
Are you okay? Sorry about that.
Can we stop? Can we
Yeah,
stop?
go on.
Thanks.
Anyway.
That would have been, if I'd been younger, be careful about that, because, you know, 6 or 7 years ago, I probably would have really started crying.
I'm sorry. All I said was he wasn't on Twitter. I didn't say he wasn't real. I didn't say he didn't exist.
That was where you were going.
Yeah. You must have known. You must have known that by now. Someone must have told you that.
That's true.
On one of the early Potters, it must have happened. Someone took you aside. Look, Emma, I've got to tell you something. It's very serious. Yeah.
And that is why Emma Watson's interview moments hit so differently. She never has to shout, snap, or fight for the last word. She just sits there, lets the question expose itself, and answers like she already saw the trap coming. Sometimes it is a tiny smile. Sometimes it is one dry joke. Sometimes it is the interviewer realizing, a little too late, that the awkward moment is now theirs, and that is the fun of watching her. She can be sweet, shy, playful, and absolutely lethal without changing her voice. No big speech, no messy clapback, just timing, charm, and a stare that says, "Are we really doing this?" So which moment made you laugh the hardest? And which interviewer looked the most unprepared? Drop your favorite Emma moment in the comments. And if you enjoy seeing the real, awkward, and unforgettable side of Hollywood, hit like, subscribe, and stick around for the next one.